Welcome into the Commander's Report. I am your host, Jack Sperry, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about what Colin Cowherd had to say about the Washington Commanders on his show earlier this week, and what he said might just surprise you, man. So before we get into what Colin had to say here, I want to tell you guys, this is something that when I saw him say this, I just absolutely could not believe that he was saying this about Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders after several of the things that he has said about this team in the past. But before we get to what Colin had to say here, make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really do appreciate all of your guys' support. We provide you guys free and informative Commanders content every single day. If you guys want more of that, make sure you click that subscribe button to never miss a video. So I really didn't expect this, guys, but Colin Cowherd went on his show this week and he praised just Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders on his show this week. And he went on pretty much an entire segment talking about how impressed he is with the Commanders' rookie quarterback and how he believes that the Commanders are the up-and-coming team in the National Football League today. This is what Colin had to say. Why the NFL is king? Because you can get the right coach and the right rookie quarterback. You draft the right guy, and you can go from an NFL embarrassment for over a decade to the playoffs in 3 months. And that's what you're seeing in Washington. Jayden Daniels does not have a great roster. He's got one big-time weapon. But you can see some Lamar Jackson. You can see the poise. You can see 10 to 15 years of playoffs. That final drive against the Eagles, what was great about that, not just the 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns by Jayden Daniels, he threw a pick on the previous drive. So what? Unfazed. Let it loose. Didn't care. Here's what's amazing about this kid, and I've said this before, the difference between the haves and the have-nots at quarterback. When are they good? It can't just be when everything's great. This kid has a 106 passer rating while trailing. That's like GOAT stuff right there. So listen, man, I completely agree with Colin on this. You know, sometimes Colin's a clown, and sometimes he says some incendiary things and some very ridiculous things, but he's right about Jayden Daniels, man. This is somebody that is absolutely special, and, you know, him being paired with the right head coach in Dan Quinn, the right offensive play caller in Cliff Kingsbury, has taken this team from an absolute embarrassment year in and year out in this Washington football franchise to one that is likely going to be a playoff contender for a very long time and probably a Super Bowl contender for a very long time, as long as Jayden Daniels stays healthy and Dan Quinn is the head coach of this football team. Not to mention, he elevates this team in the biggest of moments. Like Colin points out, guys like Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr. These guys can look great when they got great protection, when, you know, they have a lead, all these different things in it's second down and 2. But when Jayden Daniels looks great is when it's like the fourth quarter, when it's third and long, and you got to have a big first down conversion. Jayden Daniels absolutely delivers in those moments, and the question is not whether or not Jayden Daniels is a great quarterback. Nobody questions that. The question is, where does he already rank in his rookie season? Is it too much to say he's a top 10 quarterback or a top 5 quarterback already in just his rookie season? Last year we were saying very similar things about C.J. Stroud, and he has definitely regressed in his sophomore season. So is it too early to say that Jayden Daniels is a top 10 or a top 5 NFL quarterback? Well, coming up here on the Commander's Report, I'm going to be breaking down his stats, going over the advanced analytics, all these different things that I look at when I'm evaluating quarterbacks, and I'm going to tell you where I rank Jayden Daniels among NFL quarterbacks today. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Prize Picks, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action all on your phone this football season. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more than or less than on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus, guys. It's guaranteed when you use code CLNS and you play a $5 lineup. Join now because this holiday season, PrizePicks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. And it's more than just football, guys. Basketball, hockey, all the different sports going on right now. UFC, whatever you guys can think of. PrizePicks has projections for it. And here we have a basketball projection, taking the more on points with Nikola Jokic, taking the more on points, rebounds, and assists for Luka Doncic, and the less on points for Rudy Gobert. You guys can get in on the fun right now by downloading the PrizePicks app today and using code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup when you download the PrizePicks app today. PrizePicks, run your game. So you take a look at kind of the baseline stats here for Jayden Daniels here in 15 games played here to start his career. Now remember, he went out early in the Carolina game, so it's more like 14 games at this point. So the completion percentage, really, really good, almost 70%. The yards per game gets a little bit skewed because he left that Carolina game early, but still 270 yards is really good. It's actually closer to around 300 yards per game when you take both passing and rushing production. He has been unbelievably productive in that area. 28 touchdowns to just 13 interceptions and fumbles this year. He has been one of the best at taking care of the football, and he's one of the best here at getting that total production out of the touchdown production as well. Then you look at the accuracy metrics. This guy's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in football already. All right, the adjusted completion percentage currently ranking 3rd in the National Football League at 79.3%. This catchable ball percentage, which ranks the amount of his throws that are catchable and thrown into the vicinity of a receiver, 87.7, which ranks 8th. So he is extremely accurate. He's not throwing a lot of balls that have no chance of being caught. And that's certainly something that you look for in a franchise NFL quarterback. Then you look at some of the key percentages here. Positive play percentage is any play with a positive EPA number. Okay, 47.7% of his plays, he has a positive EPA rating. That is 16th in the National Football League. Not that great, honestly. It's about average. His boom percentage is about 20%. Is about 20%, which ranks 21st. So that's plays with EPA ratings over 1 expected points added there. Then the bust percentage, or as I like to call it, the doom percentage, 15.1% with that ranks 15th in the league. So honestly, these numbers aren't the best in the league. But then you look at some other key metrics here. The EPA per play is absolutely off the charts here. The only quarterbacks in the league that have a higher EPA per play, and by the way, that is accounting for both rushing and passing production: Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff. That's it. All right, so Jayden Daniels already top 5 in EPA per play in just his rookie season. His yards per attempt is sitting at 7.6. That's ranking 13th in the league. His passer rating is top 10. His big-time throw percentage is honestly a little bit lower. It's only 19, so honestly the big-time throws haven't been there in large chunks for Jayden. Honestly, his big-time plays are mostly on the ground. And then the turnover-worthy play percentage is currently ranking 3rd. As I mentioned earlier, he's one of the best at protecting the football out of any starting quarterback in our league today. So in my opinion, guys, I'm going to say Jayden Daniels is a top 10 quarterback right now. I'm not going to go as far to say that he's top 5, all right, because you've got the Lamar Jacksons of the world, the Josh Allens of the world, the Patrick Mahomeses of the world, the Matthew Staffords, the Justin Herberts of the world that have been superstar-level quarterbacks for multiple seasons and have really solidified themselves in that ranking. But Jayden Daniels is definitely not that far off, man. I do think he's in the top 10. The way that he's able to make things happen with both his arm and his legs, the fact that he is elevating this Commanders team in the biggest of moments, even when they're trailing, even in the fourth quarter, even when the game is on the line. This guy is playing his best football in those moments, and he's not reliant on a great run game. He's not reliant on staying on schedule all the time. He's not reliant on always having a lead to get victories in this league. He's already doing things that superstar quarterbacks do. I think he's a bona fide superstar. He's going to win an MVP in the first 3 years of him being in the National Football League, and without much longer here, I don't think it's going to be undeniable anymore, man. He's got to be a top 5 quarterback eventually. So let me know down there in the comments section. Fill in the blank for me. Jayden Daniels is a top blank quarterback in the NFL right now as a rookie. Does he crack that top 5 already? Is he in the top 10? Is he overrated? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comments section. And as always, give me your reasoning. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. If we're going to be breaking down the entire Jayden Daniels saga here on the Commanders Report in the years to come. So if you want daily videos on Jayden Daniels, on this Commanders team, all throughout the 2024 season and beyond, make sure you click that subscribe button right now.